All right. Keeping on the path of cheap terrain, I was wondering what else I could squeeze out of the local dollar stores in my area. I tried the local thrift stores, but one of the local thrift stores, but was surprisingly disappointed. Granted, I only checked one of the many while I happened to be near it on another errand. I don't want to make a full day quest by hitting all of them just yet. So they're all rather disparately placed around the city, and I don't want a chance going further than the battery range on my bike and ending up stranded. So what else can you squeeze out of the local dollar store? Or stores, as it were. You know, things we haven't tried to use yet. Having previously focused on Dollarama, because there's 3 of them within 10 minutes of me and I'm lazy, this is a haul from the 3 Dollar Tree stores that are a little further out. The total cost on this was $9.80. That's Canadian, mind you, so even cheaper in the US. So here's what we have. You might wonder what use you can get out of dollar store dollhouses as far as TTRPGs go. I'll show you the other ones here too. These ones are already opened. But those 5 packages cost less than $10. Considering the houses are a hideous combo of pink, green, purple, and white, but remember, you can repaint them. More than the houses, however, take a look at the furniture. There was a lot there. For comparison, when I pulled out, here's the bed from the Temu order in a previous video, which is way too big. That would fit someone over 8 feet tall compared to, say, a halfling between 3 and 4 feet. So yeah, it's way too big. And here's the bed from one of these little dollhouses. It's perfect. There's a halfling lying down on it, just to let you know the size. Which of these do you think will fit 28 millimeter scale better? I bought I bought 4 of these houses, these sets. Well, just because they're so cheap. So let's open them all up and take a closer look. Well, before that, though, I also picked up this bag labeled reptiles, which seems to be more insects, spiders, and frogs than reptiles, but there's a couple lizards in there. And, well, let me open it up and show you. Okay, so this little reptile bag. Oh, using our halfling again for size comparison, we now have giant scorpions, giant spiders, giant praying mantises, giant frogs, giant beetles, giant ants, and crickets and lizards. The lizards are almost big enough to be rideable. But yeah, so there's a whole bunch of your low-level, low CR monsters already taken care of. Anyway, back to the houses. We'll open them all up and show you what you get. So here's the houses. Stand them out separate. The doors match up reasonably well. As being a halfling, about 3-4 feet tall, they match up well for scale for 28mm figures. The doors do open too, so there's that. I hadn't noticed until I'd taken them out of the package. Let me get you into a tripod to show you this bit. Camera here. I hadn't noticed when they were in the package, but they got these little hinges on the back edges. Which, surprisingly, allows you to lock them together and have a complete building. I mean, yeah, it's mirrored front to back, but it's the same on both sides. But it's a complete building. Yeah. See a little bit better now? So you can link them together. The roofs also come off, which again wasn't noticed until I opened the package. And that means you actually have a playable floor space on the inside. So this is actually viable terrain with doors that open and close. And they both do that. I'll show you. Let's see, link these ones together and take the roofs off. Link them up. There you go. Another little house with a weird mirror aspect to it. I'm going to get the roof off here and I'll show you. So yeah, it's not a bad deal for what you get, as far as we can tell so far. And there again is a playable floor space and 2 opening doors. Two houses. Stylistically, at least, they do work, regardless of the color. Like I said, stylistically, they can work for medieval fantasy or any genre fantasy. They're at least passable in that regard. Especially considering the price. For less than $10, you get 2 playable houses and a shit ton of furniture. And the furniture is the real deal. Now, normally, if you're buying terrain, terrain furniture, a table and 4 chairs would cost you, what, about $5? If that, I mean, that would be $5. A little table and a couple little benches. But in this case, what do we get? We get 4 beds, 4 couches, 4 weird little cabinets, 8 chairs, 4 benches, 4 tables, and 8 of these weird little small creature-sized, nondescript, no facial features, roughly person-shaped, apparently dolls little plastic things that might work as statues. Do they stand up? No. So they might work as broken statues. But they might work as statues. Or maybe as dead bodies. And they all do match 28 millimeter scale for small creatures. As you can see, it's the same size as our halfling here. Get you to the tripod and I'll show you up close. There. Yeah. But we got 8 of those creepy little things. All told, it's a worthwhile investment. I mean, as I said, I could go and get cheap paint again at the dollar store, recolor all of this, get the houses in colors that aren't offensive to the eyes. So money-wise, yeah, it's worth it for the price for what you would pay for 2 minis, normal 28 millimeter minis. You get this, and all the lizards and bugs and stuff too. So it is worth it. And you don't have to use the furniture with these houses in particular. They're terrain, they're modular. You could put those in one of the other houses I built, or in a house you buy, or in a dungeon, or whatever. It's just stuff that's useful to have around. Okay, that should be it for today. Another look at what's available and how to improvise stuff out of dollar stores rather than blowing money on overpriced crap. Now, I'm not going to say don't buy minis. Like, I buy minis. But I buy minis for specific characters. Like, if I need halflings or gnomes, I'll buy them because they look like halflings and gnomes. If I need goblins, I will buy them. If I need actual characters, whether they're PCs or NPCs, I will buy minis for those characters. Kobolds, more goblins, another kobold. See, I buy minis for the characters I play and for the characters, the NPCs that I run. But if you're just doing background stuff in NPCs, you don't have to buy the official, specific, purpose-built crap. You can buy cheap stuff, maybe repaint it, or, if your players are colorblind, it wouldn't matter. If you want a large number of bandits, buy a bunch of mini soldiers. $3 for 50. I mean, come on. Just buy the expensive ones for your bosses and for your PCs. The rest of it, save your money. All right. That should do it for today. I got to put away all my toys and clean up all my garbage like a good grown-up. But yeah, let me know what kind of ideas you have, what kind of colors I should try and paint these. And yeah, like, share, comment, and subscribe. It really does help. Maybe I can make money doing this someday. Okay, talk to you next time.